Hey, I'm Butterfly.
Hey, I'm Firefly.
Have you ever wondered if we aren't being told the truth about everything?
What have we been lied to about? Join us as we have conversations and ask questions about everything. We invite you to keep an open mind and consider the unfathomable.
Let's break the chains that enslave our minds. Come on, let's go down the rabbit hole.
What's up, Butterfly?
Hey, Firefly, what's going on?
Well, we got to talk about some people that are really annoying today.
So gross.
We got to talk the Met Gala.
I like to call it the gala.
It's the gay people from La La Land,
Yeah, they're so gross and disgusting.
and they're just, look at me.
It's all about look at me. All of them are total narcissistic psychopaths, and they all want to be the center of attention.
Yeah,
It's all those people want to be the center of attention all the time.
like Madonna's like, I have 5 people that carry my dress behind me.
Yes, and that's all.
Mm.
That's their job is just to carry my dress.
And she's like, I don't know, she doesn't look like she's aging gracefully.
No.
She looks like she's kind of like aging not gracefully.
Yeah.
She's not
Well,
going quietly into that good night.
no. And she's got to keep getting a younger and younger boyfriend to, I guess, I don't know, prove that she's still desirable. And
She's like,
the one,
I
the one in the picture, the Met Gala didn't look very happy.
no. He's like, I am 27 and Latino.
I have to sleep with this whole.
He's like, oh my God. But the gala itself, we looked it up.
It's a spectacle.
It's a spectacle, yes. And it's kind of disgustingly it's kind of a sign of the times in a weird
Yeah.
way.
You know what? I after watching like all the little clips of all these weirdos walking in their like totally bizarre outfits, um, and just screaming for attention, I was thinking, this we must be nearing the end of our civilization.
This
Like
is
seriously.
yeah.
Like this looks so gross because it's such like gross debauchery and such
They're so bloated.
they're so bloated with themselves, and meanwhile like people are like starving and not able to pay their rent, and these people are showing up to buy $100,000 ticket and probably spend like $1 million on their dress just to go be seen.
And
And
they take themselves so seriously, like Katy Perry.
yeah.
She's like, look at my fencing mask. And then when I take it off, I'm very serious, by the way. I
Hmm.
just want you to know.
Though yeah, they were all playing a character,
Yeah.
all of them. Like it wasn't like when you go to a party and you're like, hi, and you're like smiling and talking to people, none of that was happening. It was all just like, look at me while I pose in this as this character of whatever it is I'm supposed to be. But
And I think it's kind of disconnected from reality.
yeah,
They
totally.
they kind of revel in being disconnected from reality.
Yeah.
These are the kind of people who they know that they're in the culture club
Hmm.
and they know that they don't have the real world concerns that most humans do, and they revel in that.
They do. I mean, so I think we're going to talk about a few of them, but look at that one lady. What's her name? Sarah Paulson. And she was wearing a blindfold of a dollar bill to represent the how the
The 1%.
1% is blinded by
Yeah.
their money. Like she's trying to like draw attention to that fact while simultaneously she's at a event that costs $100,000 to get into.
Dude,
And
if you want to call attention to that, go give that 100 grand to like people who need it.
exactly, like these people could have written if each one of them that was there wrote a check in that amount to like a charity or
Just go
some
give it. Yeah, like
poor
go give
person.
it to people and don't. These are the kind of people too who, if they do any kind of charitable giving, they always
They
do
have
it.
to announce it.
Make a big deal about it,
Yeah.
and they always got to make a big show of it. Whereas, uh, what you're supposed to do is not let anybody know when you give. So go take your 100 grand. You want to protest the 1% in the dollar with your dollar on your face? Okay, why don't you, instead of going there where no one cares, besides your message didn't have any kind of impact because anybody who actually has a soul is going to be like, you're a total hypocrite
Totally.
because you just spent 100,000. What was it? $100,000 you going?
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 grand to get in.
Right.
And then her dress probably costed like, how much are those dresses?
Oh, that probably cost at least that, if not more.
100 grand
Yeah.
for a dress. So
Mm.
you spent $200,000. That is enough to take care of some people for like 5 years.
Yeah, totally. You could probably pay off some people's mortgages with
You
that.
pay off their mortgage. You could probably change somebody's life
You could
with that
change,
money
you could seriously change somebody's life with that money that they just spent on one evening out. It's
so that you can
gross.
go have yourself be the center of attention. See, these people are the virtue signaling type. They're the
Yes.
ones that they need to have validation and they need to have people constantly praising them
Yeah.
because they have this big empty hole inside and they feel like crap about themselves. And the only thing that alleviates that is when other people admire them.
Right.
And that's what they need.
And they all have, these egos that need to be stroked. They need to be constantly like admired and adored and like, worshipped basically.
They need to also posit themselves above everybody, like
Hmm.
they're the elites.
Yeah.
We are the important people.
Well, they got an invitation to the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the history of the Met Gala because we did a little research. And interestingly enough, it was started in 1948.
1948. What else started in 1948? That's interesting. That country from 1948.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happened around that
There was
time.
weird stuff going on then.
Yeah. And it was,
That was also when Mao Zedong, he started in 1948.
yeah. And didn't Antarctica
Antarctica.
come about that time? It was about
It was like,
1940. I think it was 1948.
yeah, 1948 was when they
Yeah.
said, by the way, no one ever goes there.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
So it was started in 1948 as just to be the Costume Institute benefit. Um, and uh, it was, I think they charged like $50 a ticket or something.
Which was back then, that was like the 50s.
Yeah, back then that was probably a lot of
That
money.
was a lot of
That was a
money.
lot of
And
money.
it was probably generally just to make the Met more colorful, have better costumes, and it probably was literally like raising money for the costumes for the Metropolitan Opera.
Yeah, and it was at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Um,
Oh, it's not the Metro. So the Metropolitan Opera is different.
yeah, this was to raise money for the Costume Institute. So, then in the 1970s, Diana Vreeland, who was the editor of Vogue magazine, sort of changed the idea of it a little bit and made it more of like a costume event. And so people were coming more in sort of costumey type of attire, but it wasn't the spectacle that it is now. The spectacle that it's become now started in the 1990s
Hold
by
on a sec
what?
before you move on. Vogue and Cosmo magazine are
Oh
insidious
yeah.
because what they do, they have such a stronghold on women,
Mm-hmm.
like especially young women,
Yeah.
that it's so important that they just can push worldviews and
Yes.
they can push like superficiality
Totally.
and materialism, and girls are totally taken for a ride by that shit.
Yeah, it's total indoctrination and brainwashing. I used to love Cosmo magazine when I was a young girl.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like really kind of racy, and it still is. They had all kinds of articles about sex and stuff, and um I thought it was really interesting, and I loved it when I was like in my 20s. And you're right though, because it totally pushes ideas, a lot of like debaucherous, not very wholesome ideas into young
I
impressionable
remember
minds.
the one that always comes to mind for Cosmo was when I worked at Safeway up in Tahoe and I was in there stocking, and it was like 1995, and it had I think it was Drew Barrymore was on the cover,
Uh-huh.
and her face was like, mm.
Mm.
And it was like, why it pays to be a bitch. And I was like, you know what? You can tell that ever since then, women, young girls have been encouraged to be bitchy.
Yeah.
It's like, be a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. You'll get what you want more. And
Mm-hmm.
men are lame and they're out to hurt you. So be lame to them. And I feel like it's kind of like Vogue and Cosmo. They're kind of like Cloward and Piven.
Yeah,
They're pushing division.
they are.
And I feel like these Met Galas, they push division too.
Yeah.
They're like, we want to be kind of antagonistic. I feel like they're antagonizing the plebs.
Oh, good point. So you think like, because a lot of people were really and bugged about it. I notice a lot of people are posting on like Instagram, like how, you know, tone deaf these celebrities are to be gallivanting in this excessive way while, the country in the world is like burning to the ground,
Yeah,
basically, but maybe they're doing it on purpose.
I think they do it to antagonize because I think it behooves the culture club right now to stoke anger among the plebs.
Hmm.
Because I think that's kind of the what I'm getting is they want everybody to just kind of turn into civil war.
Yeah.
I think that's going to that they have a plan for how to handle that, so they're trying to stoke it maybe.
So maybe it's going to be like, it's not just going to be like the left against the right and, the whites and blacks against each other, but it's going to be like, you know,
Class war.
class war, the plebs against the
I think that's what we're
celebrity
I think that's
elites.
definitely what's going on. There's class war going on amongst the first world people.
Yeah,
And then the elites are crashing the third world people into the first world to um completely sabotage all of the plebs.
mm,
So this is class warfare. I think what you're looking at on Earth right now is the people with money hating and attacking the people who don't have money
interesting.
because they're insecure. But anyways, go ahead. So
Well,
so in the
that's
70s,
kind of a good segue into the next
it got disgusting.
evolution of this event, which started happening in the 90s, when Anna Wintour, who I believe is the current editor in chief of Vogue magazine, she became the chair of this event. And she made it an ultra exclusive invite only thing. So even if you had lots of money, I guess you have to be on the invitation list to even
Did you used to
go.
like it before she took over? Like when that Vreeland lady was walking, did you and your mom watch it and
I
stuff?
never watched it. I never really like knew anything about it.
So it wasn't like a main event
No.
until that lady took
Yeah,
over.
I think she made it more of a big like celebrity thing and started charging $50,000 a ticket and made a theme for each year. They each one had like a theme. But I think all of this kind of shows like the evolution of like just gross materialism that's happened, with just superficiality and the influencer kind of uh mentality that's pushed on us,
Be so full of yourself.
be
Like Kim
so full
Kardashian
of
was
yourself.
there and Beyonce was there, and they're both so full of themselves and just so just like, by the way, look at how famous I am.
Yeah, look how famous I am and look at how miserable I am. And but I'm here at this $100,000 ticket event wearing this like monstrosity of a dress. It's like everybody wants to be like weirder than the other person.
Seems like it.
Yeah,
It seems like it's like also
very satanic.
very satanic. It's always satanic, but I was noticing like Snoop, he had some long robe that was dragging behind him.
A blue fur coat.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Cardi B had some long costume that dragged behind her.
They all have long trains that they had to have like several assistants carry.
And I think maybe the common theme there is pretentious.
hmm
I'm an important person.
Yeah, I have to have like six assistants just to like help me
Yes.
get through this area.
I want you to notice that I am one of the important people.
hmm
And, that's subtle brainwashing
Yeah.
because you're not. You just go to the airport and carry your own luggage.
Right.
You don't have a train
hmm
and you just go and travel like a pleb.
Yeah.
I think that's their costume is kind of conveying that.
Yeah, for sure. They're conveying the whole idea that they are so important that they need assistance to help them
With my
enter with
garments.
my garment. Like I can't
Mm,
even like wear clothes without help.
yes, yes. My attire needs servants. Mm.
Yeah.
Like Madonna. She
Madonna.
had like five people carrying her like dress.
Yeah, it was so gross. And it
Uh,
was like weird. She had like a ship on top of her head and it was all
I know, dude. She was like, I'm going through a stormy time.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And Katy Perry with the she was wearing like
A
a
fencing helmet.
fencing helmet that she opened up so people could see her face. And
Did you ever see her have that eye malfunction during Cannes?
yes,
That was really,
that was
really weird.
really bizarre. It was like one of her eyes just like moved the other direction.
I think her and uh, Justin Bieber, they took the pokies. They took the Maxines,
Uh-huh.
and the Maxine gave her like partial Guillain-Barré.
Yeah,
I think that's what
I
happened.
think so too. I think Justin Bieber for sure.
Oh, and so what if that's why she's wearing a fencing mask? Because
Because maybe her eye might tweak out, so
totally,
she has to
yeah,
shut the door if it
that's it.
happens.
She's like, okay, I'm gonna be like Darth Vader now.
Shut the window so nobody sees
I
it.
think so. She's like, I'll just open it for a second, and
It's
then when I start to have twitching again, I just shut it
perfect.
again.
She might start wearing that on a daily basis.
She did. And then if you ask her, you go, now, do you renounce taking the vaccines because it caused you to have Guillain-Barré? And she'd be like, oh, no, I just had a bad reaction.
Yeah, I do it again.
I did it again.
So, and then what about The Rock?
Mm,
Oh my
I'm my
God. I'm in
dress.
my dress. What did he say? The most masculine men in the world wear dresses.
I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them.
I'm not saying I'm one, but
Polynesian dudes wear dresses. Well, dude, not really. It's just like, Polynesians are like third world barbarians.
yeah,
So they don't make pants.
right. Yeah.
Why would they have it? It would be like the women who sew their garments underneath the palm trees. It would take them too long to make pants.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like
So here's your thatched hut and here is your dress.
those came about for a reason. Those were like, they were functional. They covered the private parts,
Yeah,
and they were able to just like throw them together with the palm fronds that they had,
that's like
and they're living in a hot, steamy
the
environment.
temperature's fine.
So it works. But nobody would like opt to wear that like out to, like
No,
New York or something.
no.
You know what I mean?
Plus, The Rock is also intentionally not calling attention to the fact that all major A-list dudes have to go to a movie where they wear women's garments.
And they have to like make some kind of public appearance like that too. They've all done that.
Brad
It's
Pitt,
their humiliation ritual to the culture club.
totally. Like, you know who had to do that? Rob Schneider.
Yeah, Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, he was that one chick. He had to play the chick. What was that movie where he played the chick?
Oh, the hot chick.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
She's awesome.
That movie is one of the few movies that makes me crack, like literally laugh out loud when
Oh,
I
dude,
watch it.
Rob Schneider makes me laugh so hard that snot comes out of my nose.
It's
But
I didn't, I thought he was on our side though. He posts stuff all the
I
time
think
about,
he's controlled opposition.
you think?
Yeah, because he's already come out and done his I wear robes and I wear chick clothes.
Yeah,
So I think he's controlled opposition. I think they all are. You're not
yeah.
allowed to like when he was doing his movies was like so he was Saturday Night Live from the early 90s, and then he became a big movie star to like the mid 2000s,
Yeah,
2005, something like that. He didn't get to do that unless he initially made concessions.
that's true. I always, you know how I like to give benefit of the doubt, Firefly.
And I think that you should,
And
but what when you look at somebody like him, you got to be careful giving him benefit of the doubt
I
because
know.
he comes out and he goes, "No, no, 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 dude, I'm on your side, bro."
I just always hope that maybe some of them saw the light and they've like changed their ways.
I think if they change their ways, they get unalive. I think that's how
True,
it works.
true.
So Rob Schneider has controlled opposition as his role now. If he actually tried to, come clean, they don't allow him.
Yeah. Well, he's really good friends, I think, with Adam Sandler. And there's that whole little group.
Uh,
Adam Sandler's,
Holy,
yeah,
he's from
from
that
the
country
country
from
of 1948.
1940.
And
He's
you
from
know,
that gala from 1948.
yeah, and so, like all those guys are, I'm sure, in
You
the
know who's
culture.
also from that country from 1948 is that Lena chick. What's her name? And she did that show Girls.
Oh, she's so gross.
And she was at the
She was
gala.
invited to the gala.
I'm
I wonder how
here.
she got an invitation.
I have opaque fun.
She's in the club.
I'm in the club. It's like,
Yeah.
well, dude,
She's in the tribe.
girls sucked. I watched a part of
That
that
was
show.
so
It
lame.
was
It
so
was
lame.
so gross. Like all those girls were gross. They all looked dirty to me,
They did.
didn't they?
And they were
They
all
just
so
looked
desperate to get
dirty.
laid.
Yeah.
And then just such whores. And so stupid and superficial and materialistic. And the dude that was in that show was Adam Driver. I can't stand watching a movie with that dude.
Who's that?
He played in Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
He's a freaking retard. He's from that
Yeah.
country from 1948.
Yeah.
But he's one of those people
He's
that
that weird looking guy with the huge nose.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's from that country from 1948. Yeah, that's what they are. So
We should remind our audience again, in case we have new listeners, that we are not
we
PC.
are not PC. That's true. But dude, he was in that show Girls, and I remember I tried to watch it and I had to turn it off. It
And
was like so
I
obnoxious.
don't think I ever even watched an episode. I think I just saw like trailers and I was so turned off by it I couldn't even watch it.
But she always like will do like a media stunt and like here I am naked and I weigh
I know.
250, but
I know.
here I
Does
am.
anybody want to see that?
Here I am. And then uh and then like she goes on the
Yeah.
Met Gala,
Yeah.
and she's got like some big pretentious dress on and like, oh my God, I am a big somebody. But it's like, well, what have you done?
I think she was somebody, sort of.
Not even like even if you go back to Girls, which was her big thing,
Yeah.
it was lame. And she was only given the show because like Cloward and Piven, she's in that country from 1948, so she gets to be on the New York Times bestseller list.
She's in the tribe, bro.
She's in the tribe, bro.
Yeah.
The other one that was there was oh well, do you have more about the history?
No, that was pretty much that's like just a brief little synopsis of the history, like how it got started and everything.
So the latest lady to take over, she turned it into the disgusting.
Anna Wintour. And
What was she? She was
she,
Vogue.
well, so let's talk about her. She looks like a total sourpuss. She never smiles. She's had the same haircut for like the last 50 years. And I guess she was the prototype basically for the character in The Devil Wears Prada.
Okay,
Did you see that movie? Meryl Streep was
I
the,
heard of it.
yeah, she was just like a total witch. And
Meryl Streep plays those good now.
she plays those really, I don't think she's doing a lot of acting.
Not a lot of method acting.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm just gonna be myself because I pretty much am a psychopath.
Yeah, and this woman looks like a psychopath, and she was like I guess that's what they sort of had in mind for that character, for The Devil Wears Prada. And so she's the chair of this whole event. And I guess what we were reading is that this is the thing that basically makes all the funding for the Costume Institute. And
What
I
the hell are we doing with
find
that?
I find that interesting because if everybody's paying $100,000 each to get in, and how many people do you think attended this whole thing?
Oh, dude,
Probably 200 people, or
probably
what do
made
you think?
tens of millions of dollars for this event.
How many do you think?
I'd have no idea. Well, I mean, just we saw just like the few, like I guess they have like a red carpet where as they enter, everyone takes pictures of them.
Yeah.
So I bet you there was 200 people there.
So they made like $20 million.
Yeah,
I mean, does it cost that much
for
to run the
costumes.
Costume Institute? I doubt it.
Uh, You know, the other thing too is look at who she invited. Like, so this lady probably, because I imagine she's a megalomaniac psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
So she decides who gets invited.
Totally.
So she invited all these people.
Yeah. She probably like hand wrote the invitation list herself.
So she chose Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
and
She's classy.
Kylie Jenner.
That's a classy family.
We've done nothing. We're famous just because my dad helped get OJ off for the murder that he clearly committed.
Yeah.
And now I'm an influencer.
I did a
So
sex tape and I have butt implants that I had removed because that's not in style anymore.
that's it.
Yeah.
She doesn't use her mind.
I actually just read something today that I guess she was like going to law school because she thinks that's right. She like failed the bar exam 3 times, so she's like
Over it.
she's not going to be a lawyer
Mm,
anymore.
she's not ever gonna be a lawyer. She's like, I'm just gonna go back to just like taking pictures of my butt, and that's all I do. I don't want to have to think.
Yeah,
But Kylie Jenner, what has she done?
not much. She
Hmm.
got a lot of plastic surgery.
So she got invited,
Mm.
and then like that Lena chick, she got invited. She hasn't done it.
Yeah, like what are these people doing? Like,
Snoop hasn't done anything since 1991.
no, he and Martha Stewart got paired up like about what was that, maybe 15 years ago. Somebody must have their publicists like they I you know what? I have a theory. I have a theory. I bet they both had the same publicist and they were like, how can we like revive these people's careers? Because they're both like has-beens and Martha Stewart just got out of prison and she was crocheting scarves and stuff, but that's just not going to be big enough. Like, what can we do? And they said, let's pair up the two like opposite people, just the most oddball couple you could ever imagine, Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart. So that they started
Would they have a reality show
no, they just
that
started
foisted on people
they started putting them out there together all the time as like as
on
if
interviews and stuff?
interviews and like on shows and like they would be hosting together like some show or like they would be on like whatever event was happening. It would be like Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg were together and they had a bunch of commercials for stuff and they were like this couple, not like a romantic couple, but like just like some weird couple that would be together and he was always like hi and she was like very prim and proper and it was just weird and like
That makes you wonder, like, what is the culture club going for with something
yeah,
like that? Because there's an agenda there.
yeah,
Like maybe they're appealing to certain audiences that they're trying to bring back into the fold.
totally.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
one thing I was noticing is Hollywood is in dire straits. It's in free fall.
Hmm.
So they're desperately trying to prop up has-beens and washed up people,
True.
you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
nobody cares about the new crop of actors.
No. And I mean, I didn't even know, like, when we were looking at some of the footage from this Met Gala, like some of the people, I'm like, who is that? Like, I don't even know who they are.
Blake Lively.
What about Blake Lively?
Mm.
Yeah,
Like, I don't even know any of her work. They're like acting like
she,
she's some big star. I'm like, dude, who the hell is that?
well, she's married to Ryan Reynolds, and I think they're both psychopaths
Oh,
because,
well,
you know,
his PE teacher was like, he's a psychopath.
yeah.
Mm.
And they just like were in this lawsuit with the guy that she made that film with, Justin Baldoni. She was like claiming that he was inappropriate on the set, but she wanted all of the daily footage from each day. She wanted all those burned and destroyed. And
Yeah.
it turns out that they didn't burn them and there was like actual footage of what was happening. It kind of proved her to be like lying about
Oh, so
everything.
she tried to Me Too him and it didn't
Uh-huh.
work.
Yeah.
Me Too's kind of losing some of its ground.
It is. I think people are starting to figure out that, when somebody claims that they were raped by the same person over and over the
Oh,
course of like 5 or 10 years, um, that maybe they had something to do with it. It might have been
totally.
consensual.
You're in the in crowd. That's why
Yeah,
you matter. That's why you're invited to the gala. So
yeah,
just shut up.
yeah.
You had to do what you had to do.
So what about that one chick, I'm gonna call her a chick, I don't even know who it was, that was wearing, she was dressed like a bird with feathers, and
Ah,
she had her entourage behind her had signs that said, "Feathers, a look that kills." Like they were trying to draw attention to the idea that we shouldn't be like abusing birds and using
oh
feathers, but
yeah.
she was decked all out in feathers. So
They're virtue signals.
yeah, so she was like the lady with the dollar bill blindfold. Like these people are such hypocrites. They're drawing attention to these like supposed like real world problems, but yet they're part of the problem.
You know
You
what it
know what I
reminds
mean?
me of? It reminds me of Chuck Schumer when he's like, "Watch, I can barbecue like a regular American,"
Yeah, and
and
he
he's like,
throws the cheese on the raw
"He's
burger on the grill.
like, you're gonna put the cheese on before I even cook it." It's like, dude, it's like Chuck, dude, you're not a regular guy.
Not only not a regular guy, but like I don't even I think a 8-year-old would like know better than that. You
Hey,
know what I mean?
dude, you ruined it. I don't want that burger. I think what these people do is they virtue signal thinking that people are gonna go,
They're
this
gonna appeal to
that's
us.
because you were kind of doing that a minute ago. You were kind of doing you're like, well, I like to think that Rob Schneider is a good guy.
I know.
I think they're clinging to the idea that some people
Somebody might
might actually give them like some redeeming qualities.
yeah, some people might give more benefit of the doubt than I do.
You know what I'm noticing is these people don't have the allure that they once had.
No, I think Hollywood and like all those other like celebrities have lost that allure with a very big part of the population.
People have been demystified.
They've kind of seen through it, and a lot of people are red pilled, and a lot of people can see the phoniness and you know.
Like they have this new like third world barbarian chick running for mayor in LA. It's like I am going to run for mayor
Yeah,
and I'm going to take over for the other one that was what was her name? Bass.
Bass,
What was her first name?
Karen
I'm
Bass.
Karen Bass. And we've already talked about her. Like, so Karen Bass is a like disgusting ashen skinned black lesbian. She didn't navigate the brutal political waters and make her way victoriously to the mayor's office.
No.
She was placed there,
Oh yeah.
and now her job is done. She burnt down Pacific Palisades. Now they have this another third world barbarian who's going to come in and she's going to wreck LA some more.
I know. I wonder what she'll burn down.
But remember, she was going, um, I'm just flabbergasted that with Karen Bass, Hollywood production is just leaving LA.
Yeah, like
And
it was her fault.
dude, do you want to watch a movie filmed down in LA now?
No.
LA used to be bitching. Dude, LA
LA
sucks everywhere now.
LA is like worse than a third world country.
Totally.
I mean, it's so
You
gross.
might as well go to Karachi and film or something, you know?
It's like you're driving down the freeway and literally on the sides of the freeway you just see garbage and like people living like on the little
They're garbage
hills.
people.
Yeah, garbage people living on the hills next to the freeway with like they're like living in just trash
They're
basically.
so gross.
Yeah.
Everywhere
And
you go is trash.
downtown LA is total Skid Row. It's literally Skid Row and
Just zombies, literal zombies walking
zombies.
around with Black Plague.
Yeah. They love Black Flag. I know.
There's Black
I
Plague.
used to go down there, I had to be in LA a lot working on my various endeavors that
Yeah,
I did.
yeah.
And I was down in all of those parts like on a regular basis and I would not go down there now. Like it's gotten so gross and bad.
So LA is done and Hollywood. done.
I think Hollywood is kind of done. People are kind of done. I mean, I guess we can't really say done because people are always going to want to be entertained. People are always going to
Well,
want to
let me say it
watch
this way then.
movies.
Maybe
The allure,
the allure.
the allure of like glamour. Like Hollywood, I think once, a long time ago, it used to be very glamorous
Well,
and,
like my mom,
you know,
my mom lived in Torrance back in the 60s.
oh,
And so when they would go, when she was a teenager, she would get with her teenage girlfriends and they would get in the car and cruise the Sunset Boulevard and cruise the strip.
mm-hmm.
And it was cool back then.
Yeah,
I remember even when I was in high school, cruising the Sunset Strip was cool.
yeah,
Now, dude, it's so lame
it's
now.
lame.
It's like a third world hellhole
Yeah,
with like billboards.
yeah.
But she saw Steve McQueen in like 1966.
Uh,
He pulled up next to them and said, "What's up, ladies?" and then drove
oh,
off.
that must have been so
She
exciting.
said it was the thrill of a lifetime.
Of
And
course.
he had this allure and he had this gravitas. Like these people were celebrities. Someone like Steve McQueen, he was exciting to see. Like, whoa, bitchin', that's Steve McQueen.
Yeah, and those people were, I think they were more classy than the ones now. Like they dressed nice and they weren't all covered in
Oh, totally. There
tattoos.
was four teenage girls saying hi to him, and he just went, "Hi, girls," and took off. Now, one of these scumbags would be like, "You guys, come up to my hotel room.
Yeah,
You guys are 16. That's good, good, good."
yeah, totally. I mean, I don't know. It's like, I guess,
Plus, if I see Steve McQueen, I'm going, dude, that guy's bitching. If I see Sam, what's his name? What's that big fat dude with a beard and he always wears like he's got like a big feather out of his head.
oh, the one that we saw at the Met Gala
What's
with
his
the
name?
feather.
Sam Worthington? No.
No, he's that singer. Yeah, Sam somebody
He's so ugly.
is gross.
He's ugly and total satanic, and he
Yeah.
he kind of looks like he belongs in like the Game of Thrones.
Well, this whole event sort of looked like Hunger Games, didn't
Ooh,
it?
it did feel
It
like Hunger
totally looked like
Games.
Hunger Games, like the way they were dressed and like the expressions on their
Remember they would show
faces.
the elites in Hunger Games? And they'd be
Yeah.
wearing like these weird costumes
Yeah.
and they would have like these real pale faces and
Hmm.
just be like kind of smugly like loving their status.
Exactly. That's
This
what
was total
these people were doing that. They were smugly loving their status.
smugly loving their status. And
Yeah.
then I wouldn't be surprised if they were just like, no, Hunger Games is our wet dream.
Yeah.
We want all of the plebs to have like
I
fight to the
think
death
that's what,
battles.
oh my gosh, that's what they want. This is what you were
Totally.
saying, how they want the plebs to be like fighting, like civil war against.
This didn't it
It
feel
looked,
kind of antagonistic? The
it
whole
did.
gala event felt like they were
It
antagonizing.
made people very angry
It's like all
because
of you regular people, you don't have a train of five people
you
carrying
can't
your
pay for
garments.
your groceries or fill your gas tank up, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna go like to this expensive thing and wear feathers and complain about people that are
Mm.
using feathers.
I'm gonna wear a dollar over my face, and
Hmm.
I'm gonna complain about the 1%, even though I
And
am
the
a
1%.
1%. So I think they do that. I think they try to antagonize people. I think this whole gala event kind of felt like an antagonizing of the lower classes
Hmm.
and saying, "Look at what we get to do, and you don't."
You can just watch pictures of it.
Plus, I didn't really do anything to earn it.
No.
I'm just Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I've done nothing. It's like, well, how did you become elite? Well, I was just born into a family with some dude who turned into a chick.
I think that might be that whole thing is maybe like his his
Grit.
dues. Yeah.
Grit.
Like what he has to pay to be in the culture club.
I think so too. I
That's
think
his
so
the
too.
price he has to pay
You
is
just like we talked about
you have to be a woman.
the writers of the Matrix.
Yeah.
And they got told by Satan, like, by the way, you guys are gonna be girls, both
Yeah,
of you,
both of you.
both.
Both brothers are gonna
Uh,
decide to be women.
yeah, just come out and just be like, "Excuse me, I'm a woman now."
Yeah, and so is my brother.
Says my
I mean my sister,
mm,
whatever.
my mom knew we were destined for this. So I think you're right. I think they get told, by the way,
Yeah.
Bruce.
You were an Olympic champion and
Yeah.
you were a star, but okay, now it's time to pay up. So this
Ooh,
is what you have to pay.
that kind of brings up something too. Like he might have just been like training hard and been kind of like an honest American boy and got into the Olympics, won fantastically, and that might have been all. Like the Olympics look like it's pretty real sometimes. Like
Sometimes,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's actual like athletes that trained really hard
Yeah.
and they prospered. But I think what happens is Satan goes, good, good, good. But if you want to be a big celebrity, then just come here.
Yeah.
And Bruce Jenner was probably like, I want to be on the Wheaties
He's like,
box.
Wheaties, okay.
Wheaties.
Yeah.
And so Satan was like, good,
He's
good,
like,
good.
sign on the dotted line, and he
Yes.
signs it, and then finds out like 40 years later, oh, now you got to pay up. You got to be a
His
girl.
his terms and conditions were only one page long.
Yeah.
It says 1970s Wheaties, 2004, you come out as a chick. Have a nice day.
He's
Ah,
like, well, that's 40 years from now.
that's all right.
That's a long time. I'll just go
You'll
ahead
be pretty much a nobody, and because nobody really cared about Bruce Jenner until he came out as a chick.
yeah.
I remember when he came out as a chick, I was like, "Who's that guy?" And
Oh my
even
God.
my dad was like, "Is that that guy that was in the Olympics?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." That was
Yeah.
part of the thing. My dad probably died of a broken heart because
Yeah.
he loved America,
Yeah.
and look at what it became right before his eyes,
It
dude.
became gross.
Bruce Jenner was probably a wholesome guy that my dad probably respected.
So, um, we've mentioned this on previous episodes, but you know, the every civilization has like a kind of a lifespan, and they all seem to sort of like go down around 250 years.
Yep.
And when right before the collapse of civilizations, they seem to just become completely debaucherous
Horrible.
and immoral, and just disgusting things are happening. And it's sort of falling into that pattern because
Oh my God,
how
totally.
old is our civilization? It's almost 250 years old, right?
And also the fourth turning, which means every 80 years there's like a huge global event that shifts the power. The last time was World War II. That was about 80 years ago. So we're due. And this also makes me think of like the Romans. If you
The
ever look
Romans, yeah.
the fall of the Roman Empire, they're
Oh,
always like watching the blood sport of the gladiator games and eating a bunch of food and then going to the praetorium making themselves puke.
yeah. Oh my God. And now there's like all these people on Ozempic.
This
They're
is kind of like
shooting up
that.
their stomachs with poison so that they can like keep gorging themselves on disgusting, fattening food.
And you notice Kim kind of blew up, but now she's getting back to thin again.
Hmm.
And Kim, you can kind of see the trend. Like you can
Yeah.
see they're like, be fat. Oh, but now it's GLP-1,
Right. Yeah.
because she had this like thing on that was like a mold. It wasn't even showing her body.
Yeah, it made it look, it was like those superhero movie costumes where they
Yeah.
have like the costume that makes their stomach look like they've got like an eight pack,
Yeah.
and you can tell it's like a formed costume that they're wearing. But that's what she was wearing.
Underneath, she's just
Yeah,
like all jello and
prob
gross.
probably.
She's like, I've been taking GLP-1s. So what's the white pill for this episode?
Ah, white pill, turn off your TV.
Don't, you
You
know
know what
what?
I mean?
Don't
Don't
don't give these
idolize these
people,
people.
yeah, don't give these
They're
people what they want.
they're disgusting.
Don't give these people what they want. And I think also
Don't let your kids watch them.
don't let them don't let them lure you into anger because I think that's what I kind of
Right,
sensed
right.
when you look at the X because we looked on X.
I know. You know
There's a
what?
lot of anger.
That's what I hate about social media. And remember, I told you that I quit cold turkey a few years ago, and I just like did not look. I didn't even look at like Instagram or any of those things for like 3 years. And
Yeah,
I would get up in the morning and because it was sort of my habit, like get up in the morning, check my Instagram and stuff. And I just stopped it, and I would get up in the morning and I would read a book. I would read like a couple chapters of a book and have my coffee and just sort of like clear my head for the day. And now I've had to get back on those things because we're trying to promote our podcast to spread the word about these things. So it's like important, but
You have to discipline yourself.
you have to discipline because you see how like you can easily get led astray when you're looking for one thing. You just like suddenly like start scrolling and you just it consumes so much of your time, and it does like get you angry when you see these things that like are so annoying. You're like, oh, these people are so gross and it's so
And
annoying,
I'm starting to think that might be the takeaway they want you to have.
Yeah.
They
It's like rage scrolling.
they totally are. They're antagonizing you and they're
Yeah,
going, ha ha, and their pretentious trains and their pretentious outfits and the exorbitant money that they're spending is all in your face and it's a taunt.
it is. It's a taunt.
So don't fall for it
Don't.
because I think they're really trying to stoke anger.
I think so too.
That's what's going on. And
Mhm.
this feels like one of those things. So the white pill is don't get angry from these people and also don't fall for the lie that the culture club is alluring.
Right.
We have to save kids from going into the culture club.
It's not alluring, it's satanic.
Totally. And
Mhm.
look at how miserable they all are.
They are. They
They're,
look
they
miserable.
totally do. Remember that one girl, she had like a blindfold on
Yeah.
and her face, it was almost like she had autism.
She looked like, yeah, she looked like she was in pain or something.
She
It was
looked like
weird. She was the girl that played Snow White, right?
yeah,
The Mexican
Snow
girl that
almost
played
white,
Snow White.
and then got
Yeah.
all mad. Remember, she got all mad because everybody complained about it,
Yeah.
and then she was like, "Oh my God, I'm a leader.
Yeah.
I'm a leader of the future."
Yeah. So don't, I think just don't give these people any time.
That's true, and I think what
They're
she
not real.
they're not real. That's the thing. They're not real, and don't the what we got to save kids from is getting allured by the culture club because the culture
Yeah.
club is going to say, "No, no, look how cool this is."
Totally.
And they're gonna like try to allure people into their trap and
I wonder when reality shows are going to become a thing of the past because I feel like so many people get involved in these like watching these reality shows and there's so many of them.
it's kind of spawned into like these YouTube videos.
Exactly.
What
Yeah.
were you the one telling me, or it might have been my daughter? There's some YouTube video where the guy's like just trying to film funny things about his life, but it's just boring and contrived.
Yeah, I think I was telling you the guy is like he comes up with these challenges and they aren't even challenges at all. And like he'll say something like, "Okay, I'm going to go to the mall and see if if I can just get a random stranger to slap me in the face." Well, that could be maybe like funny. I don't know if you do if
I
like
wish he would have asked me.
if you get yeah, if you like have a clever conversation with somebody and make and it makes them want to slap you, that might
Well,
show that you've got like some, cleverness and you're able to like stir up whatever it is to like achieve your result. But he literally will go up to somebody and be like, um, I'm filming this video for YouTube and I just need a stranger to slap me in the face. Would you slap me in the It's like where's the challenge in that? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
this is like the whole like his shtick is like he'll do these just various things where he doesn't even there's no challenge to it whatsoever. And I think it puts out the message to kids that like, look, you can be on YouTube and have like a million followers and drive a Lamborghini, and all you have to do is just be an idiot.
just
It's
be an idiot.
total idiocracy. It's totally that.
And it's also this notion of
Ow, my balls.
"Ow, my balls." I love that when he's singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
And the guy just comes and rails him in the balls. And that was the number one show in
Hmm.
the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Idiocracy was a perfect example. And then, the other thing too is it kind of it shows kids like, oh, by the way, emulate these people.
Yeah.
Walk around like you're always on camera
Yeah.
and you do things for the sake of your audience.
And that's what this whole social media thing is teaching kids because even if they're not trying to be on YouTube or or on YouTube, they all seem to want to be, and they can do their own little thing with their own like Instagram or whatever. So these people are constantly filming every aspect of their life and like
Yeah.
putting it out there, like, oh, look at, I went to this restaurant today and I had this sushi, and they photograph it. And it's like, oh, look at, my child had a birthday party and we did this and that. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want the world to know like every detail about my personal life. I want my personal life to be my life. You know what I mean? I don't feel the need to like share everything
They're
with
conditioning
everybody.
kids. They're
They're
conditioning
conditioning
kids.
kids to like share everything with everybody.
Be on
Everything
camera.
should be out for the world to see, you know?
Exactly. And your life is a reality show and you're
Yeah.
on camera all the
That's what
time.
people kind of are acting like their
You
life is
live
a reality show.
you live for the benefit of your audience.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But that's your audience shouldn't be other people.
No.
Your audience should be God. That's who your audience should be. Because God says, don't be a people pleaser. Don't be a man pleaser. This totally trains people to be completely preoccupied with what other people think of them and put on these big pretentious displays and make themselves out to be a big important person. And I'm noticing a lot of kids are falling into this paradigm.
It is.
Everybody because they've set up this influencer follower paradigm,
Right.
you know?
Even the name of it, we've talked about that before, is very like, ew,
It is.
influencer,
I influence you and you
and you
follow
follow
me.
me. Yeah.
So that sets up this elitism of like, well, we're the few elites and we're the elite
And
leaders.
you can follow me if you
You
want
the
to be
followers,
cool.
you follow
Yeah.
me. So this is disgusting on a lot of different
I think
levels.
we need more leaders in the world and less followers,
Totally.
you
We
know?
need people who don't care what other people think and they're guided by their heart
Right.
because then, you're able to withstand being unpopular.
The popular opinion isn't always the way to go.
No,
Yeah.
that's like the Bad Religion song. It goes, popular consensus doesn't mean much to me. And
Mm.
it's pretty true,
Yeah,
because that's the thing. Popular consensus these days is disgusting.
it is.
And this kind of crap, this is popular
And you
consensus.
know what? It's very, like all these people, they had to pay all this money to be there, and they all wore these like outrageous outfits. But when I look at it, I just see trash. I don't see classy people. I see trashy people.
Totally.
Trashy people with a lot of money. I mean, money doesn't mean you're classy. Just because you've got money doesn't mean you have class.
Why'd they have that transgender gimp there that was like in a
Oh
wheelchair?
my God. Yeah, they said she was the first
She's the first one.
transgender black quadriplegic cerebral palsy person. I'm
The
like,
first one of
the
those.
first one of those to
Uh,
attend the Met Gala. And I'm like,
exactly.
oh, congratulations to her. I'm sure there's going to be hundreds more
Uh,
just like her following along.
this is the first person to have herpes on her face at the gala event. She's the first one. I know.
Oh God.
She kind of reminds me of like all the people out there that are like, oh my God, no, I'm disabled now. I poured bleach in my eyeballs.
Yeah, I cut off my arms, so I'm
I
just like,
cut off my arms because now I'm disabled and
I'm a victim.
I'm a victim. Like our meme
Yeah.
where the dude walks into the job interview with a shirt that says victim.
And they're like, you're hired.
You're hired.
We love
This
that.
guy. Perfect. Yeah, they're like, because there's probably somebody out there that goes, oh my God, look it. She got to go to the gala event.
Yeah, maybe if I cut off my legs, they'll invite me.
Yeah.
You know what? There's so many people that
How can
might
I,
think that.
like she's all asking her mom, how can I get cerebral palsy? I want to get that. Then I can go to the gala event. I can be like, I'm disabled. Dude, I might maybe that's what I need to do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to just
Cut
I
off
just
some limbs.
exactly. I just need to start cruising around, like chop off an arm, pour some bleach in my eyes, and just start cruising around in
Gosh, you're
start cruising around in a rascal and just they're like wearing a shirt that says victim. And then people will be like, oh, dude, nice
you're
look.
perfect.
You've come a long way.
No, we don't want that. Like we have to stop. going along with that kind of
Well,
stuff.
that's the thing. All these people have done jack shit to be
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like Snoop. What does Snoop do?
It didn't really, like, take a lot of effort in life to
Kim Kardashian?
to end up in that position. That's
No.
why I don't aspire to be those people, like, I don't see that and think, "Wow, those people are classy," like, I wanna be like that.
Yeah.
But I think, unfortunately, there's probably people that are thinking that.
Oh my
I
God.
think people need to realize those are not people we wanna aspire to be
Like how
like.
many like young girls like idolize Katy Perry?
I know.
And they go, I want to wear a fancy.
Wear it to the prom. The dad's like, "That's good, honey, then he
Good.
won't be able to kiss you."
Yeah, that's a good point. And maybe you'll get in the culture club.
Yeah.
Because some of these parents are like, honey, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have sex with 100 dudes because you're gonna be famous.
Oh, it's so gross.
Anything else on this one?
I know, that was good. We went a little longer than I even thought we would, but I guess we had to unpack
Well,
that spectacle.
it's that's an idiom.
Yeah.
That's what an idiom is. The Met Gala was an idiom,
Oh,
and that means that it is of itself just what it is, but it's dripping with all of this
it
cultural
it is.
significance,
Totally.
and it's
It's
gross.
gross.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.